preparing for Russia's invasion of Ukraine and what that means for the U.S.
Record-breaking night in Kent as the men's basketball team stays hot and wins their 9th straight game. Find out what records were broken in my sports report.
One of the greatest athletes of all time is publishing a children's book. Find out who and more as your News in a Flash starts right now.
This is TV2 News.
Good morning, Portage County, and welcome to your Wednesday morning FlashCast. I'm Halena Sepulveda.
And I'm Matt Corrali. Here are today's top headlines.
The 85-unit residential development is in the works at the former Kent State Golf Course. According to Franklin Township Zoning Inspector Joe Zaccosi, the township approved a variance that will put new homes on the 39.5-acre site. Under normal rules, Zaccosi said that the 75 housing units would be permitted, but Heritage Development has received a variance to add 85 new units.
An Akron woman was carjacked on Tuesday afternoon while warming up her vehicle. The 57-year-old victim was cleaning snow off of her car in her driveway when she was approached by a stranger. The man pushed her out of the way before getting inside her car and driving away. The woman was not injured, and police are asking that anyone with information about the incident should contact the Akron Police Department Detective Bureau.
Cleveland police are investigating a body being buried in the basement of a home. Detectives went to the scene in the 4000 block of West 49th Street and have been there for hours. The scene is connected to a suspect facing other charges.
The Ohio doctor accused of killing 14 patients rejected the last-minute plea deal before his trial began on Tuesday. Dr. William Hussle was accused of ordering excessive amounts of painkillers for patients in the Columbus area Mount Carmel Health System, and he was indicted in cases involving over 500 micrograms of fentanyl. Mount Carmel has already reached settlements in over $16.7 million over the death of at least 17 patients.
Ohio House Bill 283 is buckling down on distracted driving laws. The proposed bill is supported by the Ohio State Highway Patrol and, if passed, would make holding an electronic device while driving a primary offense. The current law applies only to texting and driving as a secondary offense, meaning officers need a primary cause to pull drivers over. The bill is aimed to reduce automobile crash-related deaths.
Good morning, Portage County. We have some cold weather ahead of us. So currently in Kent right now, it is 28 degrees and it feels like it is 33. The dew point is at 25 degrees and the wind's coming from the west-northwestern direction at 13 miles per hour. Visibility is at 83% and the visibility is at 8 miles. Going on to the hourly forecast at 6 a.m. It was 27 degrees out today with some cloudy skies, and we started off with a cooler day. Going on around noon, it was 32 degrees, and then at 6 p.m. tonight, it was 27 degrees. So going on to the 7-day forecast. So tomorrow on Thursday, the high is 37 and the low is 28. Going on the Friday, we're going to have some morning snow showers, the high of 30 and the low is 17. Saturday, the high of 36 and the low of 24 with some partly cloudy skies. Sunday, the high of 38, low of 15 with some nightly snow showers. And on Monday, the high of 37 and the low of 23. And then on Tuesday, a high of 49 and a low of 30. And then on Wednesday, a high of 46 and a low of 29. If you are driving on the roads, be sure to watch out for ice. Have a nice day, everyone. Now we are going to take it back to the desk.
Okay, Kyle, thank you. And now for TV2's Midweek Recap. We have your up-to-date coverage on Ukraine and Biden's possible decision for a new Supreme Court justice.
That's right, Matt. We start our coverage with the latest from Ukraine. President Biden said on Tuesday that Russia is beginning to invade Ukraine and revealed new sanctions in an attempt to cut off the Russian government from Western finance. Biden said that the United States and its allies remain open to diplomacy. However, he and other officials have vowed to impose severe economic consequences if Russia does invade Ukraine.
President Biden announced wide-ranging sanctions on Russia Tuesday in response to what he described as, quote, the beginning of a Russian invasion of Ukraine. Russian President Vladimir Putin recognized 2 separatist-held territories in Ukraine as independent and ordered troops into the region. Biden's announcement comes after German Chancellor Olaf Scholz announced yesterday that his government would halt the Nord Stream 2 pipeline in light of the invasion.
President Biden has interviewed the 3 finalists for the Supreme Court vacancy that will open up later this year. The chosen candidates include federal judges Ketanji Brown Jackson and J. Michelle Childs, along with California Supreme Court Justice Leondra Kruger. The White House announced that Biden will have his decision regarding the open seat by Monday.
And we now take you to a scary sight out of Utah as 2 Black Hawk helicopters crashed outside of a ski resort. The accident occurred during a training session and was caught on video. Luckily for everyone involved, no crew members or skiers were injured.
And now, your TV2 Sports Report.
Good morning, Portage County. I am Brady Hamilton, and let's get into some basketball updates. The Kent State men's basketball team had a record-breaking night in the Mack Center on Tuesday. The Golden Flashes were in a tight battle with Ball State all game long, and they got the help they needed. Malik Jacobs had the first triple-double in men's school history, and Sincere Carey hit 10 threes in the game. Jacobs had a 17, 11, and 10 game, and Carey dropped 42 points. Both of these players' performances propelled the Flashes to a win, extending the win streak to 9 games. But it was an overall dominant performance outside of Jacobs and Carey as well. The Flashes shot 63% from 3 in the second half, knocking down 12 of them. They next play at Central Michigan on Saturday. Tip-off is at 7 p.m. Now let's take a look at the MAC men's basketball standings. Toledo and Ohio University are in first and second at 14-3, while Kent State stays in third at 13-4. Buffalo stays not far behind at 11-4, and the top 5 is rounded out by Akron at 11-6. Ball State, Central Michigan, and Miami are all in tight race for seeds 6 to 8 to play in the MAC tournament. The Cleveland Cavaliers took home some hardware from a jam-packed All-Star weekend as they were part of winning the Rising Stars game and the Skills Challenge on All-Star Saturday night. After a fun weekend of events, the Cavs are now focused on the second half of the season, which opens up in Detroit tomorrow night at 7. That is all I have for you today. I am Brady Hamilton, and tune in at the same time next week for more sports coverage. Back to Halena and Matt at the desk.
Williams announced her new children's book, The Adventures of Quay Quay, on Thursday, a book about her daughter Olympia's favorite doll. The story centers on Quay Quay teaching baby girl about the importance of believing in herself. Williams and her husband, Reddit co-founder Alexis Ohanian, set up an Instagram account for the now famous doll in 2018. Although the book is about Olympia's doll, Williams said it's dedicated to all children.
Well, Halena, I'll tell you what, it seems as though Serena Williams can do no wrong. First with all the tennis stuff, and now with this children's book coming out.
I know, and not only is it a great message, but it's also a great way to pay tribute to her daughter.
No doubt about it. Well, that about wraps up today's Wednesday morning FlashCast. To stay up to date on these stories and more, be sure to follow us on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter at KentWire.com.
And be sure to turn into tonight's evening newscast at 6 o'clock. Thanks for joining us. I'm Halena Sepulveda.
And I'm Matt Corrali. Have a great Wednesday, Portage County.
You didn't give up on sex. Don't give up on birth control either. There are more methods than you think. Find yours at bedsider.org.